Why did you make me do that?
Look at me. Focus on my voice. I'm not giving up on you, Jean.
She was my friend.
You're my family, Jean. Stop. No matter what.
Stop.
So X-Men Dark Phoenix, it takes place after, not immediately afterwards, but after the last X-Men film, X-Men Apocalypse from 2016. It starts in the 1970s where we meet a young Jean Grey, where she's discovering her powers, and we find out how she ends up with, what's his name? James McAvoy's character. Francis Xavier, I think that's correct. Then we fast forward to 1992, where Jean's now with the X-Men, and these X-Men, they're on a mission to rescue these astronauts in space because their space shuttle's been damaged by a solar flare. And then Jean Grey, she ends up in this situation where she absorbs this solar flare, and then the story begins where we find out how Jean sort of deals with this new power that she's got from that flare. So in the first 10 minutes, I was starting to like this film. It had some really good dialogue in the first 10 minutes. It had a Michael Bay-ish sort of feel to the rescue sequence. It's very patriotic, like it was going to people's homes in other countries. Like, yeah, we're Americans, we're rescuing a space shuttle. It felt very Michael Bay-ish, only for about like 10 seconds. But it's, yeah, I just had to point that out. And what I really liked about this film was the tone of the film. It's very dark, it's very sinister. There's a lot of death, and there's a lot of turning against the character of Professor X, you know, James McAvoy's character. Everyone seems to like turning against him in this film. It's very different to the other X-Men film that have featured this new cast. And although I like the dialogue in the first 10 minutes of this film, the dialogue became really predictable throughout the film after that. There's some lines in particular that feminists and social justice warriors are absolutely going to love, but comic book fans will hate those lines. And all the cast, they're all really good in this film. And that's kind of to be expected, really, even though this isn't the best X-Men film that's been made of recent. I've noticed, I'm saying that a lot lately, that there's a lot of great acting in films. It just seems there's like some really good actors out there at the moment, but there's just like on the filmmaking and writing side of films, they're not so great. It just seems to be a little theme on right now. I'm saying, oh yeah, there's a great cast in this film, but the film itself wasn't that great. But I think people will still go and see this film because it's a Marvel film and it's an X-Men film. People are still going to go and see this anyway. And I saw this in IMAX 3D, and I think if I hadn't, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much. So I do think there's going to be a massive mixed reaction to this film. Also, one thing that's really bothered me since the beginning, since that space shuttle sequence, if anyone can answer this, how does Jean Grey breathe in space? I'm not a true X-Men fan, but I mean, there's something I might not know about her character, about how she has the ability to breathe in space. So if you know what this is, please explain in the comment. Otherwise, that's just a major plot hole.
Sometimes you want to believe people are something that they are not. By the time you realize who they are,
Jean!
it's too late.